Welcome in to the Western Holiday Tournament here in Western Illinois University in Western Hall in Macomb, Illinois. My name's Luke Little. Here with me for this matchup is Mr. Chris Frankhauser. And let's get a bit of a review here if you want to go ahead and recap what we've had so far.
Luke. Well, it's kind of things have gone the way I expected, at least through the first four games. We're getting ready for game number 5 with the 4-seeded Pittsfield Sockies and the Abington-Avon Tornadoes. Opening game of the day at 9 o'clock was West Hancock over Canton 52-29. Number 2, Illini Bluffs 62, Liberty 28. Afternoon session started with a 49-39 victory for Farmington. And the game that just wrapped up a few minutes ago, number 3 seed Rockridge 56, Lewistown 30. As we're getting ready again for game number 5 of 26 over the next 3 days. 4-seeded Sockies and the Abington-Avon A-Town Tornadoes getting ready to tip it off here in the 4 o'clock game. And hopefully this is a good thing for sign of things to come the rest of the day. We're running about 15 minutes ahead of schedule.
Who doesn't love some holiday basketball? 1:30 on the clock. We'll get some starting lineups here in a minute. Both teams still shooting around right now. Pittsfield favored into this game, as you said before, and the favorites have won so far in this tournament. It should account for a very interesting day, too, at least.
Yeah, as you get some of the winter side games you expected with a good rematch at 5 o'clock tomorrow night with West Hancock and Illini Bluffs. And, of course, as we mentioned earlier in the early games that we did, West Hancock knocked off Illini Bluffs at the BPC tip-off tournament. So the Tigers may be looking for a little revenge. We're going to send it courtside over to Jake Croxton with our starting lineups for this afternoon's game number 5 between the Sockies and the A-Town Tornadoes.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the game 5 starting lineups. At 1 guard for A-Town, 5'11" junior, number 2, Dre Anderson. At guard for Pittsfield, the 5'10" sophomore, number 3, Hayden Gratton. At guard for the Tornadoes, a 5'10" senior, number 3, Kellen Hook. At guard for the Sockies, a 6'3" senior, number 23, Brennan Tomhay. At forward for A-Town, a 5'11" senior, number 5, Carter Redford. And at the third guard for the Sockies, a 6'1" senior, number 24, Jalen Hay. At forward for the Tornadoes, a 6'4" senior, number 13, Drew Fouch. At forward for Pittsfield, a 6'3" senior, number 34, Connor Allen. And at forward for A-Town, a 6'3" senior, number 24, Asa Stiegel. And at forward for Pittsfield, a 6'3" senior, number 44, Eli Mendenhall. Corey Ling heads up the Tornado bench, assisted by Caleb Benson.
There's to Jake Croxton there with our starters for game number 5.
Brad Tomhay heads up the Socky bench.
You know, I have gotten to commentate one of Abington-Avon's games already this year, and I'm going to be honest, I think this is I don't want to call it a trap game because I don't want to sound biased towards Pittsfield, but people are saying they're the favorite, and I think this is kind of a trap game. Abington-Avon is a very solid all-around team. They've beaten some really good teams as well. I think this is not a one-sided affair here, folks. Well, this is definitely going to be close.
Beauty of it is they got to settle it here on the court at Western Hall to move on into the 8 o'clock game tomorrow night.
Teams both heading back to their benches, not quite sure. The officials, I believe, sent them back to their benches. Everybody's a little bit confused. I don't think it's the scoreboard is correct.
We're down an official. Yep, an official's coming back onto the floor. We were down an official.
He didn't have a whistle, I've been told. We are all ready now.
So take 2 on getting this one tipped off.
This 6'3" senior, number 34, Connor Allen, going to be tipping off against number 13, Drew Fouch of Abington-Avon. Tornadoes versus the Sockies, and the Sockies win the tip, and we are underway here for Game 5 of the Western Holiday Tournament. Saukeys now with the ball, swinging around. This is Connor Allen looking up top. Gives it to Eli Mendenhall. At the three-point line, had an open shot, doesn't take it. They're going to swing it around. Looking down low, trying to find him. Good defense from A-Town so far. 10 seconds left on the shot clock here. Got to get something going. This is where the shot clock comes into play. Number 24, Javon Petty has the ball. 2 seconds on the shot clock. A covered one. Knocks it in, though. Number 23, Brennan Tomhave, gets the points as the shot clock expires. A-Town now with it. Looking around. They hand it off. This is Dre Anderson. Just passing it around. Hand it off again. Up top. Anderson with it. Kicks it to the corner. Thought about the three. Hook gives it down low. Not really any shot there. So down low again. This is Carter Redfern. Kicks it out. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Got to get something up quick. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2. The shot goes up. No good. Offensive rebound. The putback and one. Does it fall? No. Not quite. Dasa Stiegel heading to the line with 2 free throws coming his way. Really good job to fight for his own rebound there, heading to the line.
Eli Mendenhall whistled for the foul. His first, team's first.
Free throw is missed by Asa Stiegel. A lot of missed free throws so far in this tournament, something we've been talking about a lot. The second one misses as well, rebounded by the Saukeys. They're bringing it up here. Number 23, Brennan Tomhave with it, swinging it around. Tomhave now kicks it over to the corner. Top of the key, had an open shot. The big men don't really like to take those open three-point looks. Take the free throw jumper, though, and nothing but net for Connor Allen on the 15-foot jumper. It falls in. Now A-Town with it, getting fast across the court. Asa Stiegel gets it stolen away. Fast break, 2-on-1. Pittsfield has the numbers, but they turn it over. Good job on A-Town to prevent the fast break basket. 5-0 the score here. 6 minutes on the clock. Nice drive and right-hand score from Kellen Hook.
Good recognition there by Hook of seeing that things were open on the right side. Drives in, puts it in, and gets the Tornadoes on the scoreboard.
Pittsfield now with the ball. Quick three-pointer by Javon Petty. Doesn't go in. Offensive rebound. Strong rebound by Hayden Gratton. And it falls. And we've been talking about those second chance points all day. So key for teams.
Yeah, great. And that time unobstructed in on the offensive board and the 2.
They get it across half court before the 10-second call. This is Kellen Hook with the ball. Drives in, gives it to Asa Stiegel. Layup is good. Good find and good cut. 2 more points for the Tornadoes, 7-4. Moving without the ball, that's something you gotta. It's hard to teach, but when you can do it right, it works so well.
It does.
20 seconds on the shot clock here. 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter of action. Number 23, Brennan Tomhave with it. Gives it over, swinging around. This is now Javon Petty. He'll drive in. Nice little floater. Doesn't fall. Offensive rebound, though. Guarded by 3 men down low is Eli Mendenhall. And a jump ball going Abington Avon's way. And 2 subs check into the game for Pittsfield.
42, Ethan Gratton, and 33, Taylor Graham in for the first time for the Saukeys.
I like the full court pressure here. You get some of the shot clock down, so then they only have about 25, 28 seconds to work with. That doesn't matter here for A-Town, though, as Drew Fouch goes right up with it. Another layup for Abington Avon, 7-6.
Nice job by A-Town there with handling the pressure and got a nice, easy shot at the offensive end.
You got to keep your cool in those situations. Don't freak out. Did a good job at that, holding their mentality. That shot no good, little mid-range shot. Offensive rebound, though, for Pittsfield. Swinging it around up top. Brennan Tomhave over to the corner. This is Petty. Petty passes it down low to Ethan Gratton. Out back, three-point shot, no good. Front of the rim, rebounded by Hayden Gratton.
Hook doing a good job of getting in that line of shot by Pittsfield and causing the miss.
A-Town with it, Kellen Hook. A nice little floater falls in. That's a tough shot right there for Kellen Hook. They take the lead 8-7, close first 4 minutes of this first quarter of action here.
Coach Tom Have going to take a 30-second timeout for the Sockies here with 3:56 to go. As you said, Luke, the Tornadoes taking their first lead of the game, 8-7.
A really nice shot there from Kevin Hook. You see the layup there from Drew Fouch. Falls in. Got his first points of the game on that layup. 3:56 on the clock. Buzzer sounds. Team's going to come out of their break here. A-Town on defense. Pittsfield going to start with possession. A little bit of full court pressure here from the Tornadoes. I like to see it. As I said before, they got a 1-2-2 full court pressure. Doubling the ball here.
Yeah, get them to take a few seconds, if nothing else, off of that 35-second shot clock.
26 seconds, 25 now on the shot clock. Got 10 less than what they normally would work with here. Nice little drive shot. Could have got a foul call. Doesn't get it. Out of bounds off of Pittsfield. That was number 34, Connor Allen, who went up with a tough shot, the senior.
It's going to stay with the Sockies. 16 on the shot clock with 3:37 to play here in the first quarter.
8-7 the score. Only one foul has been given so far in this game. They give it into the corner, Ethan Groton. Swinging it around up top. They reset the shot clock now. 28 seconds on the clock. Petty with it, nice behind the back, loses control of it, and that's going to be an easy foul to call. That'll be against, I believe, Asa Stiegel.
Nope, that's going to go on, I think, Kellen Hook. Nope, you are right. He pointed at Hook, I thought, but no, it is. You were right, Luke. It is Stiegel with the foul, his first, team's first.
3:25 on the clock. And guess what? The shot clock resets to 35 yet again. Third time's a charm here for Pittsfield.
Carter Frazier, number 14, the junior, in for the Sockies.
Man, they are really slouching off on those centers when they're out at the three-point line, begging them to take the three-point shot. This is Connor Allen with it, hands it off. Taylor Graham, three-point shot here for Pittsfield. Doesn't get the foul call, misses. That was Brennan Tomhave. Or, excuse me, yes, it was Tomhave, and he does not feel good right now. Hope he is okay. And Coach Brad Tomhave, he's going to argue for that call, rightfully so. You can't, when you are the defender, you're not allowed to be in the landing zone of the shooter. It's still a foul in that case, and I think that might have been what happened there.
Tomhave going to stay in the ball game for the Sockies.
A-Town with it now. Asa Stiegel gives it up top. This is Anderson. Anderson working against Tomhave. Gives it over number 14, Jacob Hall. Jacob Hall, the sixth man, plays solid minutes here for this A-Town group. 2:44 on the clock, 8-7 the score. Since the timeout, we haven't had any points up on the board yet. A-Town looking to quiet me down.
Hayden Gratton with the foul for the Sockies, number 3, sophomore. His first, team's second.
A-Town with it. This is Kellen Hook. Gives it over to Stiegel. 27 seconds on the shot clock, 2:35 game. This is Hall now. Dribbling around, trying to get it down low to Stiegel. Couldn't find him. This time they lob it in. Tipped out of bounds. They're going to say it was off of Pittsfield. That'll be stay with the Tornadoes.
Gratton doing a nice job on that one, Luke, coming in on the backside and helping out, knocking the ball out of bounds. Shot clock at 18 for the Tornadoes.
They were trying to feed their big man down low, but as you said, got to the backside, was able to defend the pass. 12 seconds left on the shot clock, 2:20 left on the game clock. Gets a screen on the right side. This is Kellen Hook. Drives in, doesn't take the shot. Tried to hand it off to Asa Stiegel. I think he thought somebody was in the corner. Turnover on A-Town.
Yeah, Hook just kind of got stuck in no man's land there. He picked up the dribble at the free throw line, had Stiegel, but Stiegel, instead of staying where he was, cut inside, and the ball over to the Sockies on that turnover.
And the real problem was he got inside the lane, so he would have got a 3-second call if he was there any longer than he was. 1:56 on the clock, 18 seconds on the shot clock now. Number 33, that was Taylor Graham, gives it over. Now Connor Allen with it, gives it back to Graham. Graham drives, kicks. Now Petty with it. Another drive, 5 seconds. Shot no good. Ball tipped around, rebounded by Jacob Hall. This is a fast break. It seems like almost a 1-on-2, and that we'll see, and they are going to call a charge, which I do believe is the right call. Didn't quite see his feet, but When you have somebody coming in so hard and so fast, it's almost a hard call not to make.
All right, first on Hall, second team foul on A-Town. We'll get a look at this again. Yeah, he had the feet set there on the replay. It looked like might have been just slightly leaning back, but I thought a good call as well.
I do believe it was a good call. Came in a little hard, and as an offensive player, you can never really lower the shoulder into another player. They're going to call it every single time, or at least you'd hope so. 1:27 on the clock. Up top of the key, they're swinging around. Now number 3, Hayden Gratton with it. Hands it off. Now in the corner, this is Tom Have. Looks like he's doing a little bit better with that ankle. Over now, Petty. He'll take a three-pointer, knocks it in. Three-pointer for Javon Petty. 10-8 now to score first points since that timeout with about 4 minutes here in this quarter. 1 minute on the clock. They give it in, loses control of it, regains. That's Carter Redfern, drives, and they're going to call a travel here. Turnover, Pittsfield ball. 58 seconds remaining.
See number 11, the last stoppage, Aiden Stromson, the sophomore, in for the Tornadoes, as well as Weston Marler, number 21, senior for A-Town.
Petty bringing up the ball now, hands it off to Mendenhall. Mendenhall top of the key. Doesn't take the three, kicks it over. It's a quick three from Tom Have, just short. Rebounded by Jacob Hall, 40 seconds remaining. Fast break, Hall's bringing it up again. Slows it down this time. Might not have wanted to get the charge called. They hand it off. This is Kellen Hook. Nice find inside. The layup fouled on the way up. Aiden Stromson heading to the line for 2 free throws. A great pass and find there from Jacob Hall. Stromson went up strong with it. Couldn't quite get it to fall. But he's heading to the line trying to get his first points of the game. First free throw is up and good for Aiden Stromson. Nice looking shot there.
That foul is on Connor Allen for the Sockies. His first team foul, number 3.
We really haven't seen the 5 fouls coming into play, the bonuses, yet today.
No.
It'll be interesting to see when it does eventually happen. At least you'd think it would eventually happen. That second free throw was missed by Aiden Stromson. 10-9 the score, 20 seconds, no shot clock. Petty with it. He'll give it up to Tom Have. 15 seconds on the clock. He's guarded by number 5, Carter Redfern. Back up top, Hayden Gratton. 8 seconds on the clock. Give it up, Petty. 5 seconds on the clock. 3 seconds on the clock. 2. Quick three-pointer here is up and no good for Connor Allen. I believe that might have been the first three-pointer he's taken all game so far. 10-9 the current score. We still got a quarter of action to go before the end of the first half. And this has been a very close, competitive game so far. There's no single player really standing out in the points margin, at least in a 10-9 game. I know you got some stats for us right here, so I'll send it over to you.
No, that's fine, Luke. Yeah, you're right. Other than Kellen Hook with 4, it's spread out amongst both teams. Tom Habe and Chapman Petty with 3 each for the Sockies. Hayden Gratton with 2 and Connor Allen with 2 for A-Town as they trail it by 1, 10-9. As I mentioned, Kellen Hook with 4. 2 points for Asa Stagel, 2 for Drew Fouch, and 1 for Aiden Stromson for the A-Town Tornadoes. A close one, 10-9 heading into the second quarter. It'll be Socky basketball to start the second quarter.
And if you're A-Town, this is I mean, you have no problem with being in this situation, down 1 point to the favored team, the number 4 ranked team in the tournament in Pittsfield Sockies. You're in no dire situation here. You're more worried right now if you're Pittsfield, I would say.
Yeah, a lot of basketball still to play, but as you said earlier, entertaining first quarter, and we're underway here in quarter number 2.
Pittsfield starts with the ball in the second quarter of action. Hayden Gratton feeds it inside. Tom Have, he's going to take a quick elbow shot, no good, rebounded by Asa Stiegel. And the quick shot results in a miss. A-Town with it. 7:40 on the clock here. They give it over. Number 13, Drew Fouch with it. Tried to find somebody inside, couldn't. No 3-pointers made yet for Abington Avon. Let's see if they attempt any here in this quarter. Kellen Hook with the ball. He's guarded by Tom Have. Gets a screen right side. Takes it. Doesn't take the three. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Has to drive, put it up. No foul called. This is 24. Javon Petty with it. He's bringing it up. Kicks it over Tom Have. Tom Have drives. Decides not to take the shot. Hand it off, and they start their motion again. Tom Have drives. Tough layup coming his way. No good. Got his own rebound. Kicks it out. Mid-range shot here for number 34, Connor Allen. No good. Ball on the ground and picked up by Abington Avon.
Good look by Allen on the nice rebound off the missed shot from Tom Have, but couldn't come up just a little short. Had a couple of jumpers looked like Allen just hitting a little short off the front of the rim.
Abington Avon with the ball, and they give it over now. This is Kellen Hook with it. Now Redfern trying to buddy up his defender. There's a three-point shot for A-Town, no good, but an offensive rebound by Redfern. He'll take another shot, no good. Looked like a long two-pointer. Petty with the rebound, working up. 2-on-2, he slows it down. 6:18 on the clock. Pittsfield with the ball, no points yet here in the second quarter of action. Tom Have now, top of the key. Hands it off Mendenhall, gives it over to the corner now. 15 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Got Mendenhall working down low. Hasn't been fed the ball yet. In this possession, they give it to him. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Tom Have now gonna have to start working quick. Mendenhall, nice screen. 4 seconds. Three-point shot here from Petty is up. No good. Ball fighting for the rebound. Ball's on the ground. Offensive rebound by Hayden Gratton. 5:40 on the clock. Clock shot starts over the drive by Petty, and they're gonna call a travel instead of a foul, and that's a tough way for that possession to end.
It is, and you mentioned trying to get the ball maybe inside, looking at Mendenhall, really not been able to do that thus far at all in the first half. They have looked and looked and looked for Mendenhall or whoever's been playing in that post, and really not much there from the post play thus far for the Saukeys.
Nice drive there by Dre Anderson, but he decides to kick it back out. Nice little dribble move from Kellen Hook. He puts up the floater, no good. Back of the rim, rebounded Tom Have. And you'd think Mendenhall, he's about the same height as Abington Avon's tallest player, but it looks like he's a more physical player down low, and I'd like to see him get some more action here today. Nice pass down low to Tom Have. Spin move. Lost control of the ball, and Carter Redfern comes away with it.
And Tom Have going to get a foul here in the backcourt reaching in.
That'll be the team's first of the quarter. 5:02 remaining here. Still no points scored yet for either team.
Has 14 back in for the Tornadoes. Jacob Hall, Jr., number 14.
5 minutes remaining here in the second quarter of action. Abington Avon, nice little pass up here. Carter Redfern driving the shot, made the shot, but they're going to call a travel before it went in. So Pittsfield gets the ball back. That would be the first made shot so far of this quarter, but doesn't count after the travel.
Yeah, we played over 3 minutes and still stuck on the score at the end of the opening quarter. 10-9, 1-point lead for Pittsfield.
Mendenhall with it, top of the key, swinging around, just passing the ball, looking for somebody down low. They get it to Mendenhall now. In this situation, you can kick it out, and there's that body we were talking about, but can't make it. Comes away with the rebound, jump ball, and it's going to be Abington Avon possession. Mendenhall went up with it. I thought he had a nice look there, but couldn't quite drop for him. I do think they should go back to that, though.
Yeah, and you can see if you look back at into this first half here that they want to get that ball inside to him, but really I think that might be about the first time that they've actually been able to get the ball inside to Mendenhall.
And when you can get the ball inside, it's not just Mendenhall working for his own creation. You got players trying to double him, creating open space for other players out on the three-point line. Nice drive here from Anderson, up and in. That was actually Carter Redfern. That falls. He's heading to the line for the three-point play. Redfern, his first points of the game, first points here of this second quarter.
Coming at 4:22 to play, and Redfern at the line with an opportunity to complete the old-fashioned three-point play.
Free throws up and no good, rebounded by Petty. 4:16 on the clock now, Pittsfield with it. Down 1 point to the Abington Avon Tornadoes. Tom Have, he'll drive. Nice, tough layup by Tom Have. Falls, 5 points. First player for the Sockies with 2 baskets made. 3:55 on the clock here for Abington Avon. Tried to hand it off to Oswego, and that's going to be a timeout by Abington Avon. 12-11. Sockies regained the lead here. 3:50 on the clock. If you're Abington Avon, what are you telling your players here in this situation with 3:50 left in this quarter?
Just keep doing what you've been doing thus far. You've done a good job of keeping the Sockies off the scoreboard. Maybe look a little more, try to go some more inside there, and with Stagel, and so we got a this would have been the Redfern layup.
Went up through the contact on the fast break. Really nice looking there. Missed the free throw, and I hate to keep on bringing it up, but when it keeps on happening, free throws so important to a game. Would you? There's an old adage: free throws win basketball games. Would you agree with that?
They absolutely. You see games, and I've done games for years where a team can go 10 of 10, 10 of 12, and whatever, and really be the deciding factor in some contests. So, yeah, I don't know how the free throw shooting were in the 2 previous games, but I know the 2 games that we did this morning, free throw shooting was a major issue for all clubs.
3:50 on the clock. A-Town going to get the ball coming out of the timeout. The inbound here. They give it over. Now Kellen Hook with it. Guarded by number 33, Taylor Graham. Oswego gives it to Hall. 11 seconds on the shot clock here. Going to have to get one up soon. 8 seconds, baseline drive. Trying to get it out. 5 seconds. They give it up top to Hall. 3 seconds. He's going to have to put that up. Elbow shot from Hall. No good. A little long. That's going to be a shot clock violation.
Went over the rim and off the opposite side of the backboard. So turnover on the shot clock violation.
Had no time to really gauge. Had to get that one up pretty quick. Had no time to really gauge how hard to shoot it or not. I think he just kind of threw up a prayer there in that situation. 3:15 on the clock. It looked good from our angle, but just a little long there from Jacob Hall. 15 seconds on the shot clock. 3 minutes left on the game clock. Mendenhall working down low, wanting to get it. Nice back cut by Tom Have. Layup is no good. Oswego on the rebound. Jacob Hall going to be bringing it up here.
See Cole Scheckler, 25, into the ballgame, the sophomore, the first time out of the timeout for the Tornadoes.
This is Kellen Hook with the ball now. They wanted a travel call. They don't get it. Oswego now. Nice pass over. The layup blocked away. Good defense by Taylor Graham. Block number 25, Cole Scheckler's layup. Mendenhall now with it at the elbow. Goes left side, gets the pump fake off the backboard, just a little hard again. Graham falls to the ground. A-Town just threw it out of bounds, so it's going to be Pittsfield ball.
And again, a good look inside for Mendenhall. Just could not get the bunny to drop on the play for the Sockies.
Mendenhall checks out of the game. Number 42, Ethan Gratton, checks in for him. In the past 2 times, he's tried to go off that white square on the backboard and just been a little hard both those times. 35 seconds going to be on the shot clock now because A-Town did get possession of the ball. They lost it, though.
2 fouls back for the Commandos for Scheckler.
2:15 on the clock. This is Tom Have with it, guarded by Dre Anderson. They give it over. They give it back. Tom Have, he takes a deep three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Drew Fouch.
And almost a college three-point attempt from Tom Have.
Kellen Hook with the ball now. Hands it off to Stiegel. Stiegel spin move. Drops his defender and gets the layup to fall. Asa Stiegel with 2 points here.
Gives him 4, and back and forth we go. Tornadoes back on top by 1.
A pretty spin move there from Asa Stiegel. Gets the layup too. 1:35 on the clock now. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Nice pass down low. Gets it up. Could have been a foul. Doesn't get it. Good defense there by Jacob Hall. Now working on the fast break off the rebound. Goes up with the layup. And they're going to call a foul on the ground. It's going to stay with A-Town.
No shot. Saki personal foul. 34, Connor Ella is second.
Sub coming into the game, and a nice block by number 33. That was Taylor Graham against A-Town. Prevented the bucket for Cole Scheckler earlier. Jacob Hall now with it, working top of the key.
Foul was on Allen, for the Sockies, his second.
1:15 on the clock, 25 seconds on the shot clock. They give it down low to Fouch. Out to the corner. Osastiegel goes baseline. Tough shot, no good. Defensive rebound by Hayden Gratton. Working on a 1-on-4 almost. He slows it down. 1 minute now. Nice pass and a layup and one for Ethan Gratton. Great pass by Petty. Gets him the open. Well, I shouldn't say open. Got the and one. Gets him the layup. It's his first points of the game.
That puts the Sockies back up by 1, 14-13. Looks like a couple of substitutions coming in for A-Town.
Free throws up and no good. Rebounded by Fouch. Both teams with 4 points here in the second quarter of action. Try to get it down low to Fouch.
Going to poke that one away.
Good defense. Tom Have with it. Gives it down. That's going to be off of Gratton. Ethan Gratton out of bounds. A-Town ball.
Carter Redford, number 5, and Weston Marler back for the Tornadoes.
42 seconds on the clock. Not really looking for a 2-and-1 here. 2 for 1, I should say.
About a 7-second differential on the game clock to shot clock.
Kellen Hook with it, gives it over to Dre Anderson. A little bit of a zone here from Pittsfield. Nice baseline drive, goes up, doesn't get it. Fouch, he'll get it in. Drew Fouch, 2 more points.
4 for Fouch, and seesaw game continues. A 1-point lead now for the Tornadoes, down to 16 seconds to play.
Tom Have holding on to the ball, up on the logo. Guarded by Anderson. Gives it over now Petty, and they're going to call a foul against number 13, Drew Fouch.
It'll be his first. Should be team number 2.
It is team second. 3.6 seconds on the clock here. You can get a decent look up, maybe a dribble, but don't really know if you want to dribble it in this scenario.
I'm trying to get it in. You've got time to put the ball on the floor for a dribble or 2 at tops.
Tom Have, he'll have to get it up quick. Step back, deep 3-point shot. Almost falls. Doesn't, rolls around. 14-15 the score. The Tornadoes with the lead. We got Dwayne Hewlett here, going to get a head coach interview with head coach Corey Link here for Abington Avon. We'll get him here in a sec.
Couldn't get much closer than this thing. 15-14, not a lot of points. A real defensive battle thus far. Two teams methodically running their offense.
Yeah, that's what we got to do. I mean, for us, in order to compete, we got to play physical. We got to slow it, grind it out. I like to get it pushed up the floor a little bit because that's what they are, man. They like to hold it, and they like to run and gun. We want to run and gun. We kind of get them out of their style. They would like to use about 30 seconds of the 35-second shot clock, and we got to clean up the glass. You know, I think if we clean up the glass, we'll get an opportunity to get out and run, get some easy ones.
You think, talking about running, Redfern got the inbounds pass, went right to the basket. Nobody stopped ball. That kind of stuff gets your momentum going a little bit, doesn't it?
It does, and especially when he goes left, man, you can't stop him going left. But everybody knows he can go left, and that's what he wants to do. But, yeah, if they come out, we've talked about it, they call it green, they're 2-1-2. If they come back in it, middle's wide open, we get it to the sideline, get our inbound guy, go middle, and we get a 3-on-2, 2-on-1 situation, and we exploited it there early on, and that's why they kind of went half-court man, that 1-3-1 late. So adjustments we'll have to clean up in the second half.
One question before I let you go. Everybody up in the A-Town area has talked about how good you guys could be this year. Kind of felt like everybody else in the area didn't think you were going to be that good. This tournament is a chance to make a statement.
It is. You know, we kind of felt like we were maybe underseeded a little bit. We didn't get any respect playing a seeded team, but hey, our record is what it is. You know, we're still struggling. We've lost for so long, this group. Been with them for 3 years. They've had a hard time winning games. And so right now this is our opportunity to kind of prove and make a statement, hey, we're for real. Come conference time, we're going to compete for a regional.
Good luck the second half.
Thank you.
Coach Link, we'll send it back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Dwayne, and thank you very much to head coach Corey Link on the interview. Abington Avon with the lead 15-14. I hear you got some stats for us, Mr.
Real
Frankhauser.
quick, it was a 10-9 game at the end of the opening quarter, and we're going to the highlights now, some first half highlights.
A really good job from Pittsfield in this game. Petty, he had some great dishes, nice bounce passes, but Tom Have, he's really been playing really good as well. They attacked the paint, done everything they've needed to in the game so far. But Abington Avon, they've stuck around. They have the lead. Kellen Hook has 4 points on the game. Nice layup there. And the putback there from number 3, Hayden Gratton, fouled for Pittsfield. It's been a really close matchup there. Number 13, Drew Fouch, working inside, having himself a nice outing as well. And the full court pressure, not a problem for Abington Avon. But again, that three-point shot for Pittsfield has been dropping. Petty, nice shooter, nice touch. But looking at this three-point play and one opportunity, really good job for Abington Avon. Pittsfield and Abington Avon in a really close matchup here today, back and forth, working inside. Another and one there. It's been a really great matchup so far in the game today.
Yeah, and we saw lots of lead changes here in that opening quarter, and we're going to send it over to Dwayne Hewlett with West Hancock coach Jeff Dahl.
Coach, from game number 1, the 9 o'clock game, you're still here. What on earth are you still doing here? It's game, I don't even know, 5.
I know. We're just, you can't get enough. I'm just here watching some of the teams I wanted to see what they're like.
Well, we were talking a few minutes ago before we came on camera. 9:30 games are really late game. 9 o'clock game's pretty early, but you guys played pretty well.
We did. We have been practicing in the morning over break a little bit, so we'd get used to it. And we've actually had really good morning practices. So, but I was proud of my kids to come out and play. We hadn't played in 12 days. So it was. I didn't know how we'd react to that, but I liked how hard we played.
Well, Illini Bluffs and West Hancock, Spartan Tip-Off Classic, 20-point deficit. You came back and got a win against a top-ranked team at the time. They're back to second, I think, in the state now. They're playing maybe a lot better basketball. That's going to be a good one tomorrow, isn't it?
It will be a good one. We will be. I'm watching that film, like our defense was atrocious. And we gave up so many layups that we went ahead to give up. And so hopefully we'll correct that and make them shoot contested shots. If they make contested shots, they make them. But we're going to try to, just be at the top of our game. And hopefully we won't get in a big hole and have to come back. But we're going to, whatever it takes.
Off the top of my head, Nolan Gooding didn't play in the Spartan Tip-Off Classic, if I remember. You got him back, I think, now, right? So how will that change your mindset and maybe how the game is played?
Well, we've never had a center all year till he got back, and he's still getting used to playing, and he's a little bit behind. But, just having another body when they got such big kids, it's going to help us to have a body.
You guys have some kids with some speed and some grit. They've got some kids with a lot of speed. Your grit kind of outworked the speed in the second half of that game of the Spartan Tip-Off Classic. Is that how you need to start tomorrow night?
We do. That's what we need. We need to be like that. That's kind of us. And along the way, hopefully we'll make some shots. Like when I have enough good shooters, so we should always have somebody shooting pretty well. So I think if we can be gritty and tough and make everything hard for them, make them earn stuff. If someone earns stuff and they beat you, they beat you. I don't like giving away the games like we tried to in our last one. So hopefully we'll come out, compete, and we'll play extremely hard and be patient we're way more patient on offense now than we were then. So we're getting better shots, I think. So with that, it just seems like we're in a better place and they're in a better place. So it should be a really good game.
I don't think Froman did much today, but he's a freshman. But we said it in that game, he kind of became a varsity player. Having those young kids, it seems like every year you've got a young kid or two that kind of helps you out.
Yeah, him and Knowles, 6'6" kid, they're both really young and their bodies aren't mature yet, so they're trying to play against really mature kids. And they both have done well. Hunter's improving. I think he had a really good 12 days of practice here, and he played good today. He didn't make all the shots he took, but he did play well today.
Luke Little is doing a broadcast here today, and he said at the Spartan Tip-Off Classic that Hunter gets his skill set from his mom, not from his dad. What side of that do you lay on there?
Well, I think from his mom, but I wish he would get some of the toughness, like being an undersized post player Brad was playing here, had to be really tough. If he gets that kind of physicalness to go with his mom's skill like that, he'd be really good.
All right, Coach Dahl, congratulations on your win. We'll see you tomorrow. We're back to you guys.
Thanks, Dwayne.
Thank you very much, Dwayne. Didn't have to put me under the bus yet again, but Coach Jeff Dull, state champion head coach Jeff Dull. The West Hancock Titans have won this Western Holiday Tournament in 2017 and 2018. Logan Dorothy won the MVP in 2017, and Drake Hamill won it in 2018, but that was under head coach Reno Pinkston back in that time. 2 minutes and 35 seconds on the clock. I'll send it back over to you, and we can get some stats. You got some stats for us now.
We do, and just handed the official stats. It bears out what we're seeing on the scoreboard, Luke. It's a 15-14 lead for the Tornadoes. A-Town 7 of 16, 43.8% from the floor in the opening half. 0 of 2 from beyond the arc. 1 of 5 from the free throw line for 20%. Pittsfield 6 of 26, 23%. 2 of 10 for 20% beyond the arc, and just 0 of 1 from the free throw line. Running down the scoring with the low scoring, nobody in double figures yet. We've got Brendan Tomhay with 5, John Petty with 3, 2 for Hayden Gratton, 2 for Connor Allen, and 2 for Ethan Gratton. For the Tornadoes, 4 for Kellen Hook, 2 for Carter Renfern, 1 for Aiden Stromson, 4 for Drew Fouch, and 4 for Asa Stagel. 1 point lead again, 15-14 favor of the Tornadoes, and Pittsfield tends to like to run it up and down the floor a little more. A-Town doing a good job defensively, limiting the offensive output thus far for the Sockies.
Another thing I'd like to touch on in the stats category is points in the paint in this game. We've talked about three-point shooting from a lot of teams here today, but I kind of want to talk about Abington-Avon. They have 12 of their 15 points today have come from within the paint. They also got some free throw looks in the game. They have 2 3-pointers attempted. None of them have been made yet. I mean, they 12 of 15 of their points coming from the paint. They're working inside, getting that nitty-gritty basketball, and that's really what they need to stick with. I asked you earlier in the game, what do they need to do in this last 3 minutes and 50 seconds? You said they need to stick to what they are, stick to what they're doing, and what they're doing, it's working.
Yeah, it's worked very well for the Tornadoes thus far. Pittsfield probably looking to maybe get a little more run game going for the Sockies, but regardless, it should be an entertaining second half as we're underway here in the third quarter.
7:55 on the clock underway, as you said, here in the second half of action. Mendenhall had it up top now. Pittsfield with the ball. This is Petty with it. Gives it over. Number 34, Connor Allen, kicks it out. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Tom Have gives it over. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Petty, he's going to have to get one off. 5 seconds. Hands it off to Mendenhall. That nice little bank shot, and Mendenhall gets onto the board. And that's what we've been looking for all day.
Yeah, he had some good looks there in the later stages of the second quarter and just couldn't get the ball to drop. And I think that's really what, Pittsfield looks and looks and looks inside first to try and get some of the post players involved, and finally some points for Mendenhall.
Abington-Avon now with it. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Tried to get it down low to Fouch. They do. Gives it out to Asa Stiegel. He's drive. Nice shot. Good defense, though, from Connor Allen. They're going to call the foul on him, however. And Asa Stiegel going to head to the line for 2 free throws.
Third on Allen, team foul number 1.
Asa Stiegel at the line. He has 2 free throws attempts so far today. That's his third. Hasn't made one just yet. Free throw would tie the game up at 16 apiece. Asa Stiegel been working inside all day long, creating the contact, heading to the line, trying to capitalize here on this trip. That one falls in, and it's all square here at 16-16.
5 points for Stiegel now, and with that third foul, Allen going to check out, and Taylor Graham in, number 33 for the Sockies.
We've had 8 lead changes in the game so far. Now it's all tied. Nice shot there. Doesn't fall for Petty. Good rebound by Asa Stiegel. Number 3, Hayden Gratton bringing it up now. Gives it over. Or excuse me, that was Kellen Hook. Redfern with it. Working on the baseline in the corner. Gets double teamed. Now just Petty on him. Swinging it around. Redfern with it. 15 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to call a travel turnover on Abington Avon. Good pressure there from Pittsfield. Pittsfield with the ball now. Going to be bringing it up is Tom Have, or excuse me, Petty. Right as I said it, threw it back to his other teammate. 6:12 on the clock here. Cross half court. Mendenhall with it at the three-point line, and nobody even close out there. Doesn't want to take it, though. Tom Have now at the elbow. Kicks it out to Petty. Petty driving the dish. Kicks it out. Three-point shot here from Graham. That one doesn't fall. Good rebound by Kellen Hook. A-Town back on the offensive possession. 5:48 on the clock here. They give it over to Redfern. He drives, dishes it to the corner. Three-point opportunity here from A-Town, and the first three-pointer of the day falls, or first of 3 falls for Abington Avon.
That's going to give Hook 7 and the lead at 3, 19-16 in favor of the Tornadoes.
Pittsfield with the ball, 5:20 on the clock. Nice little mid-range shot here. Good defense, though. That was Kellen Hook, got his hand in Petty's face. They're going to say it is Abington Avon basketball here. And we're going to get a little bit of pressure, full court pressure here from the Sockies. Get the inbound in. Abington Avon with it, 5:12 on the clock. Gets doubled before he crosses half court, gives it to Stiegel. 4-on-3 opportunity here. Stiegel gets trapped inside, try to get the bounce pass on the baseline cut. Doesn't quite get it there. Tipped away, stolen by Pittsfield. Nice pass inside to Mendenhall. He goes up and gets fouled on the way. Mendenhall going to head to the line for 2 free throws. That's going to be Asa Stiegel's 3rd foul of the game. Team's first of the quarter here. Tornadoes with a 19-16 lead. That free throw is no good. Mendenhall, nice job working inside, getting physical, but hard contact from Asa Stiegel sends him to the line.
Mendenhall doing a good job of getting in the lane and getting that opportunity. Hits the second. That gives him 3 points and cuts lead to a 2-point lead for the Tornadoes.
9 lead changes now in this game. Back and forth. Nice dish and nice layup. Falls, barely rolls in.
I thought it was going to roll out.
Drew Fouch gets the shooter's touch on the layup. Gets it to fall.
6 points now for Fouch in the contest.
It was all set up by the bounce pass. Got the open shot. Foul called here. I believe this will be against number 2, and it is. That's Dre Anderson, the junior's
first, team second.
4:38 on the clock, 21-17 the score here. And they're going to call a 5-second call here. Turnover on Pittsfield.
Maybe a little quick on the 5 count there, but regardless, it's going to go to the Tornadoes here with 4:36 to play.
Good defense by Mendenhall, tips it away. Pittsfield now with it, loses right through the 5-hole, goes out of bounds. It's going to be Abington Avon basketball, and we'll start it right back over. They get it over. This is number 11, Hayden Stromson, back in the game. Kellen Hook going to be bringing it up, guarded by Tom Have. He's going to get doubled by Petty. Nice pass down low, tipped away. Good defense by Graham. It's going to stay here with Abington Avon.
Yeah, good job by Graham because A-Town had the man open. Stromson underneath and tipped it out of bounds. A-Town with it with 24 seconds to go on the shot clock.
Dre Anderson with it, guarded by Tom Have. Top of the key, 18 seconds on the shot clock. They get it in. This is Fouch with it against Mendenhall. Hands it over. Now Redfern. He'll drive. Tough left-hand layup. Falls through the contact. Carter Redfern gets the tough layup to drop.
He's got 4, and a timeout going to be taken by Pittsfield. A full timeout with 3:59 to play and a 6-point lead for the Tornadoes.
Abington Avon, they can feel the pressure and the excitement of this game. After that timeout, they were cheering pretty loud. They know that this is a big game to win for them.
You heard Dwayne talking to Coach Link at the halftime break, and maybe a little underseeded, or they felt like maybe they didn't get quite the respect from the tournament committee as far as having to play a seeded team in the first round. But hey, regardless, you got to go out and play whoever you're scheduled to play. And right now, Tornadoes playing well with a 6-point lead here in the just past the midway point of the third quarter here with 3:59 to go.
They suited up, came out here to Western Hall. 23-17 the score right now in the third quarter, halfway through the third quarter, as you just mentioned. And Abington Avon, their defense is playing very solid. So far, only 3 points have been scored for the Sockies in this quarter. Really good basketball from Abington Avon. You got to keep your foot on the pedal, though, here in this game.
Yeah, they got to keep playing the defense that they've played thus far, because that has really been the key for A-Town.
Graham with the ball. Pittsfield with it against a 2-3 zone of Abington Avon here, changing up the defensive look. Gives it to Mendenhall. Hands it off. Petty, he'll take a deep college three-pointer. That one falls in. Petty gets himself a 3-point shot to drop.
That's his second three. 6 points on the night. Cuts the lead to 23-20.
There's going to be a foul against Pittsfield. That'll be against number 24, Javon Petty. His second of the game. They inbound it in here. 5 seconds to get it across half court. And they do. Gets it to Redfern. Redford back to Anderson. Hook thought about the 3-point shot, doesn't take it. Hands it to Dre Anderson. Good screens there, double screen for Hook. He takes a shot, no good. Tipped out of bounds off of Abington Avon.
Good job by Mendenhall. Really kind of made that shot come up a little short there for A-Town.
Pittsfield with the ball now, crosses half court. This is Petty. 3 minutes left remaining here in the third quarter of action. Mendenhall looking for the cutter, can't find him. He'll take it himself, and he jumps into the air, and you gotta get rid of it or shoot it in that situation. They're gonna call a foul here against, I believe, number 23, Tom Have. And it is. It's gonna be his second, team third, and maybe now we'll get to see the bonus come into action. 2 more fouls in 3 minutes would put Abington Avon at the line. 2:45 on the clock here in the third quarter. Decides not to take the screen. 3-point shot, no good. Ball tipped out of bounds, and they're going to say it's staying here with Abington Avon. And that looked like it could have been off of Drew Fouch.
I thought it was, but officials don't see it that way, so
they have a closer look than we do.
Yeah,
so
A-Town's going to keep it with 2:40 to play and fresh 35 on the shot clock.
A-Town with it now. This is Kellen Hook. Drives. Kicks it back out. This is Redfern. Kicks it out to Fouch now. Just a little bit of emotion. Keep on handing it off. The drive in the dish. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Can't get any penetration inside right now against this Pittsfield defense. 10 seconds now remaining on the shot clock. Gets the screen right side. Takes it. Cuts back. Anderson kicks it out. 3-point opportunity here. Drops it in. And that's devastating for the Pittsfield defense. Played all that defense and can't get anything out of it.
Drew Fouch with 9 points down. A foul underneath. Going to be whistled on A-10, number 11, Aiden Stromson. His first, team's third.
And there's a 3-pointer. Nice shot there from Drew Fouch earlier. Just devastating 3-pointer. And an and one here. It falls for Tom Have. No, he had the replay up, but was working down low on the block. He got the nice shot up, backboard, banked it in. He's heading to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. 22-26 the score, trying to make it a three-point game.
Jacob Hall, 14, checks in that foul whistled on Dre Anderson.
Nice shot there, as you see. Got it off the backboard, heading to the line through the contact. The free throw is up and good for Tom Have. He gets himself 8 on the game. 4 fouls against the Tornadoes here in this quarter. They give it up now. Fast break here. Carter Redfern, Euro step, goes up, left-hand layup off the backboard. Jacob Hall steals it away, though, dishes it out. Stromson with it. He doesn't dish it out. Layup is up and almost went in, but he'll head to the line for 2 instead. A fast pace, a lot of action happening there in that possession.
Petty going to be whistled for his third, team's fourth. So both teams with 4 fouls here in the quarter.
Nice attack there from Stromson. Now his first free throw attempt is good. 2 points on the game for him.
Now 2 of 3 from the line on the contest.
1:45 on the clock. Shot is up, and that one is no good. Ball tipped around, rebounded by Jacob Hall again after the tip by Drew Fouch. 35 seconds put back onto the shot clock. This is Carter Redfern with it now. Hands it off. Kellen Hook with it. Gives it down low against Stromson. Turnaround jumper. Kicks it out instead. Fouch gives it out. 3-point opportunity here for Kellen Hook. No good. Front of the rim. Rebounded by Petty. 1:20 on the clock. Gives it up to Tom Have now. Working inside, dishes it out. 3-point opportunity here for Graham. No good. Defensive rebound. 1:10 on the clock, and there's a quick foul. And we are finally going to see a trip to the line off of 5 fouls coming the Tornadoes' way.
Tom Have whistled for his third, team's 5th, as you said. Going to see number 11 checking in. Lucas Nichols for the first time, I believe, for the Sockies, number 11.
Number 5, Carter Redfern, heading to the line for 2 shots. He had 1 attempt so far in this game, missed that opportunity on the and 1 he had earlier. First free throw drops for Carter Redfern.
Gets him 5 in the afternoon contest.
We were struggling with that in the morning. We kept on wanting to call it an afternoon contest, but now thankfully we are back into the afternoon.
And Redfern hits both of them and pushes the lead back to 6 for A-Town.
1 minute on the clock. A little bit of full court pressure here from A-Town. They get it across to Lucas Nichols. 3-point shot here, no good. Rebounded by Jacob Hall. He's active on the boards right now, and there's another foul. Jacob Hall's heading to the line.
Taylor Graham whistled for his first. Team 6th.
Jacob Hall's been working on those rebounds. Had 2 offensive rebounds in the same possession. Gets the defensive rebound strong, fighting for it. He's at the line here for 2 free throws. First one is no good from Jacob Hall. No points on the game yet for him.
Looking to
Jacob Hall strong with the rebound.
just good hustle by Hall this entire, and he hits the second one, so he's on the scorebook with his first point of the game, and the lead 7 for A-Town now at 30-23.
30-23 the score, as you said. 45 seconds remaining. Kicks it to the corner. 3-point shot here coming Lucas Nichols' way. Offensive rebound. Ball's on the ground. Everybody's fighting for it. And they're going to say a timeout was called for Abington Avon. There was a lot happening there on the ground. Everybody was fighting for it. A-Town gets the timeout. 38.2 seconds remaining. They have a 7-point lead here against the number 4 ranked in the tournament, Pittsfield Sockies.
Yeah, the A-Town defense, like I said earlier, Jacob Hall is really playing well defensively. Hustling after the balls, has gotten some extra offensive opportunities for the Tornadoes thus far, and 7-point lead for A-Town.
And Jacob Hall, he's come off the bench. He's I don't want to say a solid 6-man. He is a great 6-man to have on your team.
What do you look for out of that 6th man is a spark sometimes, and he definitely in the last couple of minutes defensively spark this A-Town team.
Abington Avon going to start with the ball after the timeout. This is Carter Redfern on the inbound. Gets it in. Kellen Hook with it. Not worried about taking up all the time. There's only about 2 seconds between shot and game clock. 25 seconds on game clock. 25 now on shot. Working around here. I did say those backwards accidentally. 12 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Kellen Hook with it. He'll drive baseline. 8 seconds. They kick it out. Hall now with it. 5 seconds on the shot clock. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. Ball's on the ground. And that's going to be
shot clock violation.
Shot clock violation. 1.8 seconds remaining. Pittsfield going to have to get up a quick look here to end the third quarter.
Enough time, basically, try to get something in, maybe a dribble, Thompson, and launch one.
And this is where, if we were at a high school area.
And they reset the clock
to
put 2.3, so put 5/10 back, additional 5/10 of the second on the board.
You can
and they're going to try the baseball bat. Fouch with a steal.
He puts it up. That one, almost looked good. Good defense by Drew Fouch. I was thinking you could have got it to the half-court line. It's a tough shot no matter what. Drew Fouch almost put it in with that shot. 30-24, the lead here for the Abington Avon Tornadoes. You're getting some stats here ready for us, so whenever you're ready, let me know. But it's been a very tight matchup so far, and I think Mr. Chris Frankhauser, he's ready for us now.
Yeah, A-Town outscoring Pittsfield in that quarter. It was by 7. Well, no, actually 8 in that quarter as they score 15. Hold the Sockies to just 7 points. And what was a 1-point lead for A-Town is now out to 7, 30-23 as we head to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, really great basketball so far from the Tornadoes. And we were talking about a low-scoring affair, but it's still an exciting matchup here. Game 5 of the Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament. We were talking about earlier, you got to keep this lead. You can't dump the water on the fire just yet. Got to keep that thing burning. If you're Abington Avon, we were talking at the beginning, this almost seemed like a trap game for Pittsfield. Abington Avon is a very solid basketball team, and they're showing that right now. Kellen Hook's shot no good. Offensive rebound, though, by number 21, Weston Marler. 35 seconds back on to the shot clock here for Abington Avon. Marler hasn't gotten himself a ton of minutes or ton of action yet today, playing some big ones here in the fourth quarter. And this is Kellen Hook now with it, guarded by Petty. Gets the screen, right side. See if he takes it, switches to the left now. He'll take it this time, doesn't do the pick and roll. Now hands it off. Three-pointer for Drew Fouch. Left of the rim, out of bounds. Off the air ball, it'll be Pittsfield ball.
7:18 to play, a 7-point lead for the Tornadoes. It's going to be number 24, Javon Petty, to inbound.
7:14 on the clock. Petty now with it. Gets across half court, guarded by Kellen Hook. He'll hand it off to Tom Have. Tom Have, the leading scorer, tied leading scorer there in the third quarter for the Pittsfield Sockies. Not much action between him and Tom Have. They're going to call a foul here down low. Mendenhall draws the foul. We'll see who this is against.
Drew Fouch, his second, team first.
Asa Stiegel checks back into the game along with number 5 Carter Redfern. Marler checks out and along with Jacob Hall. Mendenhall with it now. At the elbow, gives it up now to Tom Have. 6:50 on the clock in the third quarter. Grattan doesn't take the three. He'll take the free throw line floater instead. That one doesn't fall. Rebounded by Abington Avon. Wanted the travel, doesn't get it. Ball's on the ground. Pittsfield gets it off the turnover. Now Grattan with it. Swinging it around. Drive by Tom Have goes up, and they're going to call a blocking foul here against Asa Stiegel, or it is going to be against Asa Stiegel.
Nope, Drew Fouch, 13, I think, going to get whistled for the personal.
You know, in the 3 games we've done today, we both had some solid guesses at who the foul is going to be on, and I'm pretty sure most of the time we've actually been wrong. Free throw is up and no good. Nice drive by Tom Have, trying to get his team back into it. Draws the foul, heading to the line. First free throw was missed. Second one is up, and that one is good.
This is where we talked about, Luke, the fourth quarter. This gut check time, free throws are going to be huge in this one, especially for Pittsfield. Well, both teams. A-Town wants to keep hitting free throws, and they go to the line, keep extending the lead. And Pittsfield's going to want those to get some points on the board without having any time come off the clock.
Up top is Anderson, guarded by Petty. He'll give it over to Drew Fouch now. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. And that pass down low just lost his man. Asa Stiegel was cutting as he was passing it down to him. Tom Have with it, kicks it out. Now Grattan with it. Nice motion here, driving dishes. Petty loses control of the ball, picked up here by Drew Fouch. A-Town has possession again. Traded a turnover to each team. Gives it over now. This is Anderson. They're going to say Anderson. Not sure what happened there. Didn't quite hear.
I don't know if he stepped on the...
He didn't step on the out-of-bounds line. He might have went out of bounds and came back in, but I know he wasn't out of bounds when he caught it. Wish we had a better description for you folks, but I'm not quite sure what happened there. Nonetheless, Pittsfield gets possession of the ball, 5:17 on the clock. They give it up top now. This is Connor Allen. Really haven't seen him been too active since the first quarter. Petty, he'll take a three-pointer, little long. Strong rebound by Asa Stiegel.
There's no white jerseys there for the rebound on the miss.
A-Town trying to get across. Just due. Only 1 second remaining until it would have been a 10-second violation. Asa Stiegel shot off the backboard, falls. First points of the fourth quarter for Abington Avon.
That's 7 for Stiegel and an 8-point lead for the Tornadoes.
Now Pittsfield with the ball. The drive here. This is Allen. He's looking for it, and he does. Right on cue. Was just talking about how he hasn't really been active since the first quarter. Nice, tough little turnaround jumper, falls. 4:37 on the clock. 26-32 the score here.
That gives Allen 4 in the contest.
And Allen just working inside. Nice little turnaround jumper, falls. That's not an easy shot to make there when you can do it like that. And that's why he's the starter for this team.
That gives him 4, and the lead back to 6:32, 26-4:37 to go here in the fourth quarter.
The Tornadoes with the lead nearly halfway through the fourth quarter of action here. They're going to start with possession after the timeout and the make by Connor Allen. Only 2 points here in this quarter for Abington Avon. 3 points in this quarter for the Pittsfield Sockies. And we're nearly halfway through. Asa Stiegel gets the inbound. Some full court pressure here from the Sockies. They break it, get across half court. Kellen Hook with it. Gives it over to Stiegel. Stiegel to the corner. Anderson gets a screen. Tried to get it down low. Can't get it there. This is Redfern with it. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Tough shot. Falls for Carter Redfern. Went baseline. Floater shot. Drops in. Can't use the backboard. Nothing but money.
8 points now for Redfern.
We are now officially halfway through this fourth quarter of action. 4 minutes remaining. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Petty with it now. He'll drive. Doesn't kick it out. Takes a scoop and score. Can't get the foul or the layup to fall. Out of bounds. They'll say it was off of Pittsfield. Abington Avon ball.
I think it went off of Mendenhall trying to get the rebound, kind of pounded the ball out of bounds for the Sockies.
Mendenhall came into the third quarter pretty strong, scored 3 quick points and been pretty quiet since. 2:45 on the clock here. Abington Avon with it, and that's going to be an easy travel call against Drew Fouch. Caught it, moved his pivot, picked up his pivot foot, and that'll be a turnover on the Tornadoes, and just what the Sockies need at the right time. They're down 8.
Yeah, with 3:40 to go, Pittsfield needs to get some points and some defensive stops here, with trailing it by 8.
With the shot clock, not necessarily a huge rush for the Sockies. Don't need to start chucking up any three-pointers, but you need to get points on the board. Tom Have, he'll get fouled, and these are the perfect point opportunities that you want. No time going off of the clock.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. Pittsfield, they want to get as many of these opportunities as they can because you don't have any time coming off the clock here. So a couple of big free throws for Tom Have for the Sockies.
First free throw falls in for Tom Have. He's been active so far today, driving, getting that contact. Couldn't quite fall yet again for him, but he's at the line. First one falls, 27-34. Second one falls as well for Tom Have.
Cut it to 6-point lead, 34-28.
Getting some pressure here on the inbound.
That puts Tom Have in double figures with 10.
Full court pressure here. Abington Avon with it. Got to be careful. Almost got the over and back call. Now in the corner. 3-point shot. Knocks it in. Number 3, Kellen Hook. Deadly.
Put him at 10.
Nothing but nylon there for Kellen Hook. His second three-pointer of the game. And Pittsfield tried to answer. Got the offensive rebound. Petty with it. They're going to say it was off of A-Town. It's going to stay with Pittsfield. And that is a killer three-pointer from Kellen Hook.
Yeah, you got the 2 free throws with Tom Have, but no time coming off the clock. And like I said, you got to hit those, but you got to hit the stops. And just a tough shot there by Hook goes in and puts him at double figures on the contest.
And it was a quick three-pointer, you'd think, with the lead. Here's another quick three-pointer. Tom Have, no good. Rebounded by Kellen Hook. You'd think with the lead of 6 points, you'd take a little bit of time off the clock. He said, no, I'm taking this corner three-pointer. I know this thing's about to fall. And he was right. Nothing but net. Gets a lead up to 9. He'll take another three-point shot. That one just a little bit short. Could have got his own rebound if he chased, but instead rebounded by Petty. 2:28 on the clock here. Pittsfield down 9. 28-37 the score. They give it down to Mendenhall. Nice spin move. Puts the layup up. Fouled on the way. He's heading to the line for 2 free throws. That is the 14th foul against the Tornadoes, and that's huge here. Next one sends Pittsfield to the line for 2 free throws.
That's Stiegel, his 4th.
No fouls here in this quarter against Pittsfield. That free throw, no good. You got to knock down those free throws. But Mendenhall.
Nice spin move there by Mendenhall. Just couldn't get the shot to drop.
He's been working inside a lot more often than we wanted him to work more often in the first quarter. He's had those opportunities now, and it hasn't quite fallen for him. That free throw falls, though. 4 points on the game for him now. 8-point game, 29-37.
Mendenhall going to check out, and 33 Taylor Graham into the ball game for the Sockies.
If you're Pittsfield, you got to start drawing some fouls if you get possession of it.
You've got some fouls to give here, and they're going to be one right now on Connor Allen. That's going to be his 4th.
Quick foul there. Have 3 more to give before the Tornadoes get into free throw or double bonus situation. A-Town on the inbound. They get it in. This is Dre Anderson with it, guarded by Hayden Gratton. Hands it off. 30 seconds on the shot clock. And they're going to call a charge, a legal screen against Asa Stiegel. Turnover on Abington Avon. Pittsfield.
That's his 5th.
Stiegel has to check out, and number 35 or 25, excuse me, Cole Scheckler checks into the game. And I mean, losing Stiegel's a killer here in the final minutes.
Yeah, he's got 7 fouls out with 7 points.
Pittsfield with the ball. 2 minutes remaining. Down 8 points in this matchup. Tom Have, he'll take a college three-pointer. That one falls in. 5-point matchup now. Brennan Tom Have gets it to fall, and they get some pressure here on the inbound. Get it across court to Scheckler. Scheckler now to Redfern. Pittsfield staying in it.
Pittsfield still with some fouls to give here with a minute 39 to play.
I think the biggest issue you got to look out for, though, if you're Pittsfield, if you foul too late in the shot clock, it resets to 35. So if you're going to foul, you got to do it quick. 9 seconds on the shot clock here. 8, 7. It's counting down. Going to have to get one off quick. And a timeout by Coach Link. Corey Link takes the timeout. 4 seconds remaining on the shot clock. 1:23 on the game clock. And here's really where that shot clock comes in handy.
Yeah, it does. And the Tornadoes down to 1 timeout. Pittsfield with 3 remaining, I believe. Yeah, this is going to be big. A-Town just 4 seconds, as you said, Luke, coming out of the timeout to get a shot off.
4 seconds remaining on the shot clock. If you're Pittsfield and you get possession of the ball, you're moving quick. You're not taking the full 35 seconds. You're not necessarily looking for a three-point shot either. But then when you get it in, if you can get it within 15 seconds, then there's at least 2 more possessions of a shot clock being active. You're down 5, down 2 possessions. I think you gotta score before about the minute or about 50 seconds to force Pittsfield into a shot clock possession. Abington Avon inbounds to Drew Hall. That's Jacob Hall, excuse me. 1 second.
Realize that, yep, that's a shot clock violation. And I don't know. I mean, coming out of the timeout, I would have thought that would have been pretty key, that you only have 4 seconds. Not really able to get much of a look there out of the timeout for the Tornadoes.
Pittsfield, big possession here. Need to score almost. The drive, the layup doesn't fall. Defensive rebound, had the open look for number 34. Connor Allen couldn't get it to fall. Would have made it a 3-point game, but not in trouble yet. This is still a shot clock possession here for Abington Avon.
Foul on Mendenhall is his second, team second. Good look for Pittsfield. They've had several good looks inside. Just cannot get some of these shots to drop.
Trying to get it in, they do. Out of bounds, though. It's going to be Pittsfield basketball off the inbound. That was a big mistake. Unerrant turnover. Pittsfield gets another chance, and that's the pressure. That's what pressure creates.
As Mendenhall going to check back for the Saukeys.
And they're going to call a foul here, and that's going to send Tom Have to the line. A huge possession here for Pittsfield. He has 2 shots out the line, try to make it a 3-point game. And as we said, time doesn't come off the clock. Free throws win games.
Dre Anderson, his third.
Tom Have, first free throw is good. Nothing but nylon.
4 of 5 now in the fourth quarter for Tom Have from the line. 4-point lead with a minute 2 to play.
Second free throw here is up, and that one is good as well. 3-point game. Pittsfield subs Mendenhall out. They apparently just want him on the offensive end of things.
Yeah, they're going to keep him out on defense and bring in Graham.
They get the inbound in to Carter Redfern, trying to hand it off to somebody. Gets it off. This is Dre Anderson. Got to break the press. They do. Gets it in to Drew Fouch, and you don't have to foul in this situation. They do in a quick time, but
that's Connor Allen, and he's gone. That's his 5th.
That's going to be 5th foul against Connor Allen.
And he's going to foul out with 4 points. That's going to force Mendenhall back into the ballgame on defense. 52.2 seconds to play, a 3-point lead for the Tornadoes.
Allen was surprised by the foul call, but luckily it was fast enough into the shot clock that not much time went off. Almost a steal here, ball up in the air, on the ground. I think Pittsfield has it. Out of bounds, and they're going to say he stepped on the line. It's going to be Abington Avon basketball. Good defense by Hayden Gratton. Almost got the turnover, but couldn't quite.
Mad scramble in front of us, and it just went off the hands of Gratton right in front of us.
Ball on the ground, but barely out of bounds. But since they didn't get possession, no time went off the clock, and that's going to be an easy foul against Tom Have. 35 seconds back on the shot clock. I don't like that aggressiveness there. I understand putting pressure, but you can't be swatting at the ball in that situation.
So that's 4 team fouls and 4 on Tom Have now for the Saukeys. Next foul sends Abington to the free throw line.
He inbounded far, and that's a foul call.
That's going to be it.
And that's going to send Abington Avon to the line. Kellen Hook heading 3-point lead, and that's you can't put pressure like you can't be swatting at the ball in those situations.
Well, and A-Town doing a good job of getting a man loose on the inbound on the offensive side of midcourt.
Kellen Hook at the line. No free throws attempts yet. Big one coming here. That one falls. 4-point game. The crowd was the quietest I've heard the crowd all day.
That puts Hook at 11 points, the lead at 4, 41.3 seconds to play.
Second free throw is up. That one is good as well. Back to a 5-point game. No more fouls to give for either team. Marler checks into the game here for Carter Redfern.
Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining.
I like the pressure here, full court pressure from A-Town. Just force something. Mendenhall, he'll be bringing it up here. Working down low. Gives it up top, Tom Have. He'll take a quick college three-pointer. No good. Tipped around. Rebounded by Marler. And he gets fouled instantly. He'll head to the line for 2 shots. 39-34 the score. 28 seconds. 28.8 seconds on the clock. And it looks like if he knocks down these 2 free throws, it's a 3-possession game.
Timeout taken by the Sockies. A foul on Mendenhall's his 3rd. And it's going to send the senior Weston Marler to the line looking for his first points of the game and try to add to that 5-point Tornado lead.
28.8 seconds on the clock here. And Marler with some big free throws. And we were talking about free throws win games, and that's really what it's come down to. Tom Have here in this quarter, he's gone 5 for 6 from the free throw line. Got the team back into it, knocked down a huge three-pointer, but really couldn't get anything to drop here in the last minute or so. Couldn't knock down the college three-pointer there. And that's something else I would like to mention is I think in a lot of these kids' heads, they just see the three-point line. If there's 2 3-point lines here, there's one for the high school and one for the college. And a lot of time, those players are so used to just sitting out by the solid three-point line. They're catching it out there. It's a 23-foot shot. It's a lot different. It's a tough three-pointer, but they've knocked down a couple of them here today.
There's been a couple of knockdowns. Like I said, we saw that in some of the earlier games. I thought, maybe put the ball on the floor, dribble in and get a step closer. But, hey, you got the open look, take it. And some big free throws here for Weston Marler for the Tornadoes. Trying to add to that 5-point lead.
Free throw is up and no good for Weston Marler. Still a 5-point game. And no matter if he makes it or not, it's going to be a 2-possession game.
Shot clock is off.
Sockies have 1 timeout remaining. Tornadoes have 2. That one drops. A big free throw there for Weston Marler. 6-point game. This is Petty with it now. They cross half court. 24 seconds on the clock. Hands it off. Doesn't hand it off. He'll take a quick three-pointer. Just short. Jacob Hall on the rebound. He gets fouled heading to the line for 2 free throws. And it's looking like Abington Avon's going to come away with the first upset of the day.
24. Jacob Petty, his 4th.
17.9 seconds remaining on the clock.
Hall with 1 point in the contest, 1 of 2 from the line in the 3rd quarter.
That one falls, and now a 3-possession game here for Pittsfield. Or a 3-score game, you could say, unless you get the...
It's both. Those are 2 big free throws for Jacob Hall. 3 for him, and the lead back to 7.
Unless you get
8, I should say, 42-34.
Quick three-pointer from Petty. Got to take it. Airballed, rebounded by Marler, saves it in. And that's how this game is going to end, 34-42. Abington Avon comes away with the first upset of our tournament. Pittsfield, the number 4 seed, falls. They'll have to play the consolation bracket against the loser of the Macomb-Brown County game. Abington Avon going to play the winner of the Macomb-Brown County game. Coming up next, I know you're going to be here with us for that commentating. Yep. I will not be here. We got Dwayne Hewlett over there
getting ready through the line. Going to talk it over with Coach Corey Link of the Tornadoes.
Getting some handshakes, and Coach is making his way over to Dwayne Hewlett. What a win for Abington Avon. Get the upset against Pittsfield. Coming away with it. We'll send it over to Dwayne Hewlett
momentarily.
This
looks like Dwayne's ready, so we'll send it across with him and Coach Link.
you guys could be the first bracket buster of the day, and you pulled it off.
Yeah, no, that was our goal, I guess. No, everybody else views it as an upset. I don't really view it as an upset. I mean, we're a good team. I mean, we've underachieved a little bit in our opinion, but we're dangerous when we play well. We didn't play well offensively. We still make a lot of mistakes, turn it over, make it stressful. We can't just make it easy. But no, we executed. We did a really good game plan, and we came out and did what we had to do.
Well, the next game is a little more interesting than it could have been maybe. Got Macomb or Brown County. I'm sure you're going to be watching that one close.
Yeah. I think we're kind of geared up for Macomb, but you never know. It's a tournament atmosphere in a college gym. You never know what could happen. But yeah, we're going to be ready. We'll got a decent look on both teams. We've scouted a little bit. We didn't want to overlook this one, so we spent most of our time. But coaching staff, we've scouted both teams, and we kind of know what to expect. Macomb plays a little bit our style with some two bigs, and so it might cause us some issues if we get them, but we'll be ready. Winter side, we'll give it our best shot.
Well, I know that you guys play a tough schedule. I was talking to Reed Kelso, your AD, and he said he don't schedule any pancakes for you or cupcakes, as they like to say. But that gets you ready for now and later in the season, right? It
does, you know, and that's kind of my biggest gripe with like conference tournament seeding and regional seeding type stuff. Everybody goes off wins and losses. I mean, we've only played 2 1A schools, so we've played a tough schedule and we're battle tested, and that it gets some losses early on, but it gets us ready for a game like this against a really, really good Pittsfield team, and then it'll get us ready for Macomb maybe tomorrow and Brown County, whoever we're going to play. It's going to be tough, and we can't take it for granted that we're on this side, and we can't feel good about this just because we won. We beat a seeded team. You know, we in our locker room we expected to win, so we got to have that same mentality come in tomorrow.
Well, congratulations. I guess we'll talk to you tomorrow evening.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Coach Link, and the winners for the A-Town Tornadoes. We'll send it back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Dwayne. Congratulations to the Abington Avon Tornadoes. We got some highlights coming your way here. They get the win against the Pittsfield Sockies, the 4 seed in the tournament here. And just a great game all day. A deep three-pointer there coming Kellen Hook's way. He had some big minutes in this matchup, and great ball movement also as well, working on the fast break, getting those layup opportunities. Carter Redfern, he was playing very well and creating some contact, getting those foul calls. Deep three-point shot there for Pittsfield, and they just worked all day long on the inside. Tom Have, a big name for them here today. Abington Avon, they weren't quiet though. Came away with the win. Number 13, Drew Fouch, he had himself quite a day. And as we said before, the ball movement was there. Asa Stiegel fouled out of the game, but he was quite active on the boards and the scoreboard as well. Pittsfield had a very close matchup here today. Nice little baseline drive and a little floater from Carter Redfern falls. Redfern again kicks it out. 3-point shot here falls for Kellen Hook, and they were just there all day long. Tom Have, his 3-point shot fell as well there in the fourth quarter of action. But A-Town comes away with the win, 42-34. Mr. Chris Frankhauser has some stats for us to end the game.
All right, looks like Kellen Hook leading the way with 12 points for A-Town, 9 for Drew Fouch, 8 for Carter Redfern, 7 for Asha Stagel, 3 for Jacob Hall, 2 for Aiden Strumson, and 1 for Weston Marler. Leading the way, high man in the contest, 16 points for Brendan Tomave. And then Javen Petty with 6, 4 each for Connor Allen and Eli Mendenhall, 2 for Ethan Gratton, and 2 for Hayden Gratton, as Pittsfield falls 40-34 to A-Town. We're going to step aside here momentarily, and we'll be back for the evening session at 6:30.
6:30 matchup between Macomb and I do believe Brown County. Should be a very exciting matchup. Had one here in Game 5. We'd love to see you back on that broadcast. Luke Little here with my partner Chris Frankhauser. We'd love to see you guys again.